How's it, everybody? Aloha, I'm Billy V from Hawaii News Now Sunrise. Welcome to Hawaii Live. We've got a great show for you. We're going to talk stories. The countdown is on. Hawaiian Airlines May Day 2020 Aloha Aina. It was originally supposed to be at the Hawaii Convention Center, just like it was last year. But because of the pandemic and COVID-19, we're doing it virtually. So from the comfort of their homes to the comfort of your homes, we'll talk to some of the artists that are going to be on television tonight on KHNL and K5. That's all coming up here on the broadcast. So right now we're going to talk story with Natalie Kamauu, Hawaii recording artist who has a brand new song that was released today. Hi Natalie, how are you? Aloha.
Amazing!
It's nice to see you. It's nice to hear you. Tell me about the brand new song.
It's called My Sweet, and we wrote it for Chalet's wedding, which happened last year, so it seems like this is kind of far away. But it was a very last minute thing that we decided to do, and we actually sang it to her groom before she entered the room. So it was, awesome. It was like our little message to him, and then she came and we sang her down into his arms. So it was a precious moment, and we wanted to share that. And so the video kind of captures some of the highlights of that night as well.
Wow. I have to ask, how is your family doing during this COVID situation?
It's fine. Of course, we're missing each other. I talk to my mom and dad all the time, but they're enjoying, they said, their staycation.
Very good. Okay. Hey, I wanted to ask you, first of all, happy May Day.
Bill, is it May Day without a queen?
Oh, there you Yay! Very, very nice. Tell me about your favorite memories. What did you used to do in past years for May Day?
Of course, I always enjoyed May Day in elementary school and intermediate and high school, you know, learning songs and dances to share with our parents. But really the highlight was after school when we would pack up dinner and go down to the Shell and watch the Casimeros.
Wow. So you went to, of course, enjoy at the Waikiki Shell for May Day. Anything particular that happened also with your May Day celebrations?
Well, my first legit date with Eo was at the Casimeros concert that year. It's kind of funny though, because by then we were already engaged. I don't know how that happened, but we were engaged, and then we went on a really special date, and it included the Casimero concert at the show.
Wow, that's awesome. Okay, wait, make sure I get this right. You were engaged first, then you went on a date.
I know it sounds crazy. I know it sounds crazy, but we talked a lot on the phone, and we would visit each other, but we didn't really go out on dates until after I gave up my crown of Miss Aloha, which was in April, and then we started to be seen in public, but I was already engaged.
Hey, just not to put you on the spot, but I kind of am. How many years have you and your honey been together?
29 years together.
Yay. Happy May Day to you and your hubby.
Happy May Day to you. Love you. We love you so much, Bill.
I know. I hope we get to see each other soon. Please give my love to your family. Natalie, Ai, Kūpaoa here on the show. And of course, the brand new song, it is out. It is available online. Pick your copy up today.
My sweet Bikakele.
As we promised you earlier in the show, the Hawaiian Airlines May Day 2020 Aloha Aina concert coming up tonight on television. It is the gentleman from Keauhou. Yay! Yay! Nice to have all of you on. I want all three of you just to say hi to everybody, just so we can all see your faces, because we're dependent on Zoom, of course, on which camera that we get to see. So go ahead, guys.
Hey, it's Zach, everybody. Hi, aloha.
Hello, everyone. It's Jonah.
Hello, Kako, Nick.
Happy May Day, guys. Let's talk about, first of all, Hawaiian Airlines May Day 2020 Aloha Aina. Talk about that a little bit and why that's such a part of tonight's concert.
You know, Billy, I think, and we do get a chance to talk about it in the concert itself. But I think what's so cool about, well, I don't know if cool is the right word. We're definitely in an incredible situation, you know, whether it's, you know, our families or the entire world, whichever way you want to look at it. But what we're realizing, what we're learning in our own ways is this concept of Aloha Aina seems to apply to not only us here in Hawaii, but perhaps everywhere at this point. So that's kind of the overall idea that we had for theming May Day around Aloha Aina, especially for this year and the past you know, events that have happened in the past few months.
For those that are not familiar with Aloha Aina that are watching this right now, give me a definition of Aloha Aina.
I think like Aloha Aina, in a really simple term, it can be just caring for the land, right? And I think that's something that the COVID is actually allowing us, the silver lining in it, that we can unknowingly care for the land by maybe not driving our car so much, you know, not using so much gas, not taxing our environment as much as we normally do. But even deeper than that, Aloha Aina can be viewed as the relationship between land and man. This symbiotic kind of relationship that one revolves around the other, one cares for the other, and the other one cares for it back, and that kind of idea. So that's the main focus of this year's May Day, trying to really focus on that relationship, pay honor to that relationship.
You know, I realize that Aloha Aina is different for each individual person. Jonah, what does Aloha Aina mean for you?
I think for me, Aloha Aina, we can really show Aloha Aina through our mele. And if we look back to the examples from our kupuna, they wrote songs about their land, what they see in their land, just to inspire us, the next generation, to continue on with those mele. And just the fact that they were able to capture the, you know, place names, the rain names, the wind names for us to have now. It's like a repository for us now. That's a really important part of me for Aloha Aina, is through mele.
Let's talk about the nonprofit part of this. Kahulileolea.org is the website, but explain what the nonprofit is about.
So the nonprofit organization Kahuli Leolea is really an organization whose mission is to catalyze Aloha Aina through mele, and whether that is the writing of mele or the recording of mele or the singing of mele, we're understanding, like what Jonah is saying, that mele can become this incredible and very unique vehicle to instill Aloha Aina, not just the surface level when we talk about the literal Aloha Aina of caring for our land, but taking that attitude and that lesson and applying it to so many different other concepts. That concept of Aloha Aina is so appropriate via mele. So that's really what our nonprofit organization is looking to catalyze.
Talk about somebody, the interactive part. I'm not sure who wants to talk about this. Nicholas, are you perhaps the one to talk about the interactive part of tonight?
I think Jonah's going to talk about that.
Okay, Jonah, go ahead and give us the lowdown on this.
I think the coolest part about this is that the audience at home they can participate along with us by singing along with the songs. And we uploaded all of the lyrics for all of the mele to kahulileolea.org, so people can download it and sing with their families. I think that's the coolest part of, what's going on now is that, I don't know if you guys follow along with the Ikanikapila Kako challenge, but that's, mele has been a really driving force to inspire our lahui during this troubling time, just to sing and to be with your ohana and to, love one another and share that through mele. So yeah, sing along with us tonight.
And once again, that's a great time for your ohana to make some wonderful memories of singing together, and you get all the words, so you can know all the words. That's awesome. Let's talk about the actual feeling of May Day. Nicholas, perhaps you can talk a little bit about this. There was the concerts at the Waikiki Shell, Robert and Roland. Robert hands it off to you guys, and last year was just a phenomenal year at the Hawaii Convention Center.
Yeah, we had a great time. It was an amazing, memorable moment for, I believe, all of us and all that was in attendance. And just due to the circumstances, we need to do it this way, right, this year, all online or on TV. And I think that I am a true believer that everything is meant to be. So I feel that although we may not be able to see each other face to face, that it'll still be a great May Day this year.
All right. Real quickly, I'd like to go through all three of you and give me your quick messages for everybody in this strange and for some difficult time with COVID-19. And we'll start with Zachary.
Sure. I think, the thing that seems to resonate with me, in this past 6 weeks of staying home and cooking a lot more and working seemingly a lot more now, we've learned all these new things about ourselves in the past 6 weeks. And I think the thing that has resonated with me is that we can see very obviously the things that we are quote unquote losing are being taken from us. But I think it's also important, if not more important, to kind of look up and then realize that, wow, there are these new things coming at us. We can't really understand what they are yet, but the fact that we know that they're coming, these things being taken are making space for these new things for us to enjoy or to learn from. And we kind of use that mentality for May Day, but even beyond that, I think this is something that a mentality that will continue to take us forward.
Nicholas?
Yeah, kind of spinning off with what Zach said, I don't really look at this as a time where we had a lot of things taken away, like we have our freedom taken away, right? We need to stay at home and whatnot. The way I try to look at this is that we've been afforded a lot more time at home to maybe do some housework, do a project at home that you might not have been able to do, or practice your craft, or do something like that. Spend more time with your family. That's the way I'm looking at it now. And I think if we can all look at it that way in a more positive light, then this time will not only go by faster, but it'll actually be very beneficial for all of us.
Jonah, give me your mana'o on everything that's been happening and what you think.
Yeah, this COVID has really gotten me closer to my ohana, spending more time with my family, my papa. And I think, with our theme of Aloha Aina, we can really teach the world a lot. Love for the land isn't a Hawaii concept, but Aloha Aina is. And just bringing that to the forefront is everything we do, especially with our May Day. We can really teach the world a lot through Aloha Aina.
All right, you'll hear a lot about Aloha Aina coming up this evening as we get you to everybody's hale, from their hale and the hale of Keauhou into your own hale as well. Gentlemen, thanks for joining us here on the show, and we look forward to seeing you on television and on Hawaii News Now's Facebook page tonight. And guys, we'll see you in a bit. There is a husband and wife team that are now Hoku Hanohano Award winners multiple times that live on the island of Kauai, and COVID-19 has inspired them to not only write but record as well. Lee Ho and Kellen Pike are from Kilauea, and they join us on the show. Hi, you guys.
Hello. Aloha. How's it?
Nice to have you on. Please tell me your story about the latest release, and the name of the release is appropriately called?
Social distancing.
So tell me, how did this come about?
Um, ever since this COVID-19 pandemic started, we've been here at home in Kilauea with our daughter Gemma, and we have family and friends around us. But as a community, I feel that here in Kilauea, and I'm sure all over the world, everyone's kind of coming together and helping each other out. And we haven't been doing a lot of music since this thing started. I've been going every day to the ocean, trying to go fish, dive whenever the weather was good. And if you have excess fruits, vegetables, fish, meat, because you can still fish and hunt, we're sharing with our neighbors and family and friends. So we're kind of taking care of each other here in Kilauea. And then on the other side, the music side, people's been asking, hey, when are you guys gonna do a live? When are you guys gonna do videos, this and that? And we're like, oh, okay, let's get back into music. But then we figured, well, we have a recording studio and we can do this project. We can put out a full album and put it for free to kind of just mahalo everybody. And we're giving away fish and fruits, vegetables, and we can also share our music as well.
Okay, so give me kind of some examples of the songs and the inspirations behind the specific songs. Give me some examples.
So when we were putting together the songs for this album, we kind of, we're approaching our 15th year of playing music together, or the completion of it. We're approaching the anniversary of our first gig, which will be next week, I think.
Wow.
15 years ago, next week, we played our very first gig together. And so what we did with the selections on this is, it's an eclectic mix, as it always is with Kūpaoa, but for the standards that we redid, we kind of went back to the songs that we used to play when we first started playing music together all those years ago. And we used to play with this binder of songs, and we had all the song sheets, all the words in there. And that was my crutch, because I had terrible stage fright and never wanted to look at the audience. And so I would just stare at the book the whole time. And so we chose songs from, we busted out that book. We still have it. And we chose songs from there. And then we mixed in a few originals as well. And then we asked a couple of our very talented friends, Anui Nui Punua and Kainani Kahaunaile, if we could borrow from them a couple of our favorite originals that they composed. And so we just wanted, the purpose of this collection is really just to share our aloha during this time when we have to get creative, right, about how we share and spread aloha. And this was our way to do it. We have the luxury, the good fortune of, or sometimes not the luxury and good fortune. Sometimes it means that we're working all the time, of having our recording studio here in our home with us. So it was Kellen's bright idea to
Quick question. So are any of the songs specific to COVID-19?
I wanted to put one on, but she was like,
and I said no.
She didn't want it. So no, not non-specific actually. She wanted this to be kind of a timeless album to listen. But you know what? This COVID-19 is going to mark a specific place in our history of our lives. It's going to be a big deal when we think back. We were alive for this.
The name of the collection is Social Distancing. So I don't think we could get any clearer than that in terms of marking a period in time. But when we I guess released the collection for download on our website, we made a little video too, and I did write a little ditty of a song that's called the Stay Home Song, and we did it live on our video, which is on our social media pages. It's just kind of like a hilarious take on everything, but that's what it's meant to be. But.
Now, I have heard that this is free for everyone to download. Explain that to me.
Just a way of saying mahalo to everyone that's been helping us through this hard time. As musicians, full-time musicians, every single thing that we had planned, canceled.
Or postponed. Yeah.
So we've not been working for months now. And, but people's been helping us put food on the table, and take care of our daughter and this and that, so it's just our way to say mahalo. And to the music fans out there, it's just a gift for everybody. And thank you for supporting Hawaiian music, or just the music industry through this.
These are tough times for everyone, and we didn't want finances to be in the way of them being able to enjoy what we were offering. And so that's why we made it free. And so our website is Kūpaoa.com. And if you click on the shop tab, it's right there at the top. And you can go, and it's, because it's free, we couldn't put it up on iTunes. So it downloads as MP3s, and it's easiest if you do it on the computer. But you can do it on your phone if you'd like to. And but yeah, it's just one of our, I don't know, us two over here, we always kind of march to the beat of our own drum. So we just wanted to do something a little bit different.
It's pretty much a gift for everybody, all the Hawaiian music lovers and music lovers out there. And thank you for supporting the industry. And we're all going to get through this. And when we do, we're going to be back out there playing live for all of you guys. All of us musicians will be out there back on stages, and come back out, support everybody. And
we'll get through this.
Yeah, enjoy some new music. This album, Social Distancing, is not supposed to take the place of our release, our Kalei Moana release, which has all our originals and this and that. This is just a fun, special thing for everyone.
Yeah, we have no plans to print it.
Yeah.
We have, we didn't make liner notes or anything like that. I mean, I have all of the lyrics and translations to all of the songs. And if people are interested, they've been emailing me to ask for specific songs, or so, I mean, we are always happy to share that kind of stuff as well. But yeah, it's just something fun, a way to pass the time and share and spread aloha during these uncertain times.
Sharing from the Aina of Kauai on the windward side up on the North Shore, Lihau and Kellen Pike. Once again, go to Kūpaoa.com and you can download their album for free right now. 8-time nominations for this year's Nahoku Hanohano Awards. We're talking to the one and only Josh Tatofi. Josh, May Day coming up tonight. How do you feel?
I'm excited. I know it's not the most, traditional May Day concert, but I'm super stoked and super blessed to be invited from Keauhou and the brothers to be a part of it. So super glad, super stoked.
I do have to ask you, of course, tonight we are coming to everybody in the comfort of their rooms or homes from, of course, the entertainer's home. So what room are we in right now, Josh?
So I'm actually in my room in my house right now, kind of where a lot of the pre-production for the albums come, and my little DJ PB&J on social media. I have a whole bunch of things that kind of just happen in here. But tonight we'll actually be outside of my house under the ulu tree. So different setting, but still here at home.
Nice. So you already got it set up where you're going to be. First of all, talk about having nominations for this year's Hoku Awards.
If it was one award or 8, I would have been stoked the same way. It's a night of for the musicians of Hawaii and the artists, and Mele Hawaii and reggae music, and it's just I look forward to these kind of evenings because I like to see all the friends and family, and it's just a night of celebration of music.
Anything new up and coming? Anything you can tell us about?
I am releasing a cover song on iTunes within the next couple of weeks. It's a surprise. It's a throwback song. I've been doing a lot of the throwbacks lately through this quarantine, but wanted to release this one kind of at the end tail of it, kind of like it's kind of like my conclusion of the quarantine for myself. So that's kind of the journey I've been on for the past couple months.
Nice. Hey, real quickly here, you want to give any word to everybody while everybody's kind of sitting home going through this COVID-19 together?
Yeah, the year is not finished yet. There's a lot left of 2020 to be dealt with, and I know this year already just looks like not what we want it to be. 2020 can still be our year, and just remain positive, and we have a lot of work to do left in the year. So just stay positive, guys. Stay healthy, and yeah.
All right, Josh Tatofi, once again, you can see him tonight. That's coming up on KHNL and on K5, Hawaiian Airlines May Day 2020.